Peace and blessings. It is my joy and honor to speak with you in this particular moment. I am Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of Agape International Spiritual Center, and I want to welcome you to the Agape University Movement, otherwise known as AUM Learning Channel, our online university of transformational studies and leadership. We're responding at this particular moment because thousands of individuals have called Agape International asking for us to share our teachings. And we're now responding with this particular offering. Our intention is for each and every individual that tunes in to this particular channel to be encouraged and inspired to consciously participate in their personal and ultimately the planetary evolution. We believe, and we absolutely know this for sure, that there is a field of infinite possibilities within all of us. There's pure potential, and that the frustration in an individual's life has something to do with the non-activation of our potential. And so evolution has something to do with activating our potential, and we are at the stage of our evolution where we get to do this consciously. We don't have to wait for anything different to change in our life. We don't have to wait for circumstances to be different. We don't have to wait for people to change. We can begin to embrace the potential that is within us and to set it free, thus evolving. As the earth is revolving around the sun, we find that we're evolving in consciousness. So as you're tuning in to this transformational channel and participating in the classes here and taking to heart what the teachers are facilitating, taking to heart the reading material, taking to heart the exercises that will be guiding you through, you will discover that your life will grow from a glory to an even greater glory. You'll discover that you'll begin to glow with a luminosity that comes from having an intimate at-one-ment with pure spirit, and you'll be a participant in what's happening on the planet right now. We're in the midst of tremendous change, tremendous paradigm shifts, tremendous transformation, and you don't want to be on the sidelines watching this. You want to be participating in your own soul's evolution. This channel is about that. My soul's desire is for individuals to wake up, to come to an understanding that on some level we are sleepwalking. On some level we are blind to the infinite potential that is within us. My heart's desire is the same desire of your own soul, that your soul wants to unfold, your soul wants to evolve, and my heart's desire is that you say yes to that you participate in that you don't have to wait for an emergency to allow the gift within you to emerge. Those days are over, where we have to wait for an emergency for our soul faculties to emerge. We can allow that emergence to take place by our soulful participation in it. So if you're listening to us now and you're able to understand anything that I am saying to you, you are ready for the next stage of your own evolution, which includes your life structure stabilizing, prosperity, health, relationships, the body of your affairs, revealing the order of the universe, and then moving into more subtle realms where you begin to understand that there's deep power within you. There's talent, there's skill, there's capacity to feel the ineffable presence guiding your every step. If you're ready for that, you're ready to sign up, and you're ready to move with us in the direction of the evolution of your own particular soul. Your benefit. This is your benefit. The promise is this. There's happiness within you. There's joy within you. There's creative genius within you. There's an individual within you who longs to be in spiritual community, to have a spiritual camaraderie, to release any angst around loneliness or being left out. The benefit is that you'll be able to sup at this divine table so that these areas of your life will begin to clothe themselves with joy and harmony and peace and right action and sincere, meaningful fellowship. And you will be an astronaut on planet Earth, but you won't be alone. You'll look around and you'll see all of these astronauts working together to build a kind and just global society with our own needs being met. The benefit beyond that is beyond what I could describe to you. Think about peace that passes human understanding. Think about a joy that has nothing to do with circumstances. Think about a sense of well-being that has nothing to do whether people like you or not. That's the stage you're entering into if you become involved with the evolution of your own soul, of which this channel is all about. I want you to let that sink in to you right now. Our work together in the world is this. Right now, there's a massive paradigm shift that's taking place. It's evident in the recent election in the United States, where an African-American man with a Hebrew Muslim name was elected president of the United States. Some would say that that was almost impossible 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, that that would never happen. Yet, within a very short period of time, the majority of people, the majority of voters said, we want this man in office. Regardless of your political views, it remains a paradigm shift. It means something has changed forever that's never going to go backwards. Something is happening in our world. And we want to be about the business of participating in the next stage of the evolution of our planet. We want to go beyond the doom and gloom sayers. We want to go beyond what is constantly being broadcast by those who call themselves newsmen and newswomen. Coming to an understanding that oftentimes the news is really the olds. It's really a participation in the lowest common denominator of the human society, the very worst of what is happening on our planet. We want this particular channel to allow you to understand that there's some wonderful things happening on the planet. That in business, that in education, that in medicine, that in spiritual communities, there is the gospel. There is the good news. And there are new ways that are emerging on the planet that all of us can participate in. We want you to participate consciously in these particular areas so that our work together will be a birthing, an emergence without emergency of a kind and just global society, using the emergencies of our time as evolutionary triggers to discover talents and gifts and capacities within us that we have been afraid to even look at. They were so awesome within us that we have been scared to really plumb the depth of the genius that is within each and every one of us. In other words, your role, my role, our role together will be to explore dimensions of our own soul that we've never, ever discovered before. And with these new discoveries, we become divine dispensaries of gifts that we didn't even know we had. There's exploration, there's discovery, and there is expression. You're invited to take the next step in your own evolution. Sometimes I call it spiritual warriorship, not worriership. There's enough warriors out there. I'm talking about a warrior. Not a warrior that takes up arms. Not a warrior that is protecting the land and protecting borders and protecting a way of life. No. I'm talking about a spiritual warrior that breaks through borders and boundaries that have held us together, that have defined us, and discovers new territory of the soul and begins to express it. I invite you today to ask yourself, what's trying to emerge in my life now? What's trying to happen in my life? How is life seeking to express itself through me? Ask that question sincerely, and you'll make yourself available to the next step of your own evolution. And then join us on this channel and witness the content that's going to cover a myriad areas, so many areas, but all coming back to one, the universal one that is within us all, seeking by means of us to become conscious of itself. I invite you to discover yourself. AUM, Agape Universal Movement. This transformational channel is for you. Riches, blessings, and peace to your soul.